going live. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is Ted Hicks from Late Night Parents. Ways to follow the show, latenightparents.com. We got Tony D in the queue. Tony, what's going on? It's a late night version of this.
Yeah.
Post 11 o'clock.
Right.
But, I mean, when you were growing up, didn't you always want to host your own late night show?
A couple extra incentives and stipulations, but yeah.
Yeah, you know, maybe for a little bit more money.
Yeah.
Actually,
personal.
money. But how you doing? How was
today
your day?
wasn't too bad. Got a couple things I got to do tomorrow. Still some things I got to work out around here to get everything situated and settled. So, oh snap, Mike, what's good? Happy New Year, bro.
Happy New Year, Mike.
I ain't recognized you since you shaved. So I see you've been busy. I've been reading your tweets, man. Congratulations on all that, for real.
Yes, sir, man. Keep doing what you're doing, Mike. We're definitely proud of you, man.
Absolutely.
So Tone, this is going to be a super succinct, concise, clear episode here. I do want to shout out. I know I had an exclusive deal with Under Armour and all my shirts and Under Armour. But I want to shout out Baby Girl Elite. Got this shirt in the mail from my buddy 9-0, who oversees the underground internet radio station. He's always been supportive over the years, playing the podcast, whether the video, whether just the audio stream. He reached out and said his daughter has a clothing line. He wanted to know who wanted to support. We got it on here, right here.
That's what's up.
Baby Girl Entertainment. So, with this, just to let everyone know, this was not a wink, and it magically showed up at the front door. It's each one teach one. You got to support each other.
Absolutely. Without question.
Along with that, big shout out to in Leeds, Tiz Shearer. Want to shout you out. Thank you also for showing love over the years. And also want to shout out Audioport, our new, our not so new old friend. Much love to you guys. So just want to go in the chat for a quick sec. Mike Patton says episode 150 coming pretty soon. And March is Women's History Month. I got a whole bunch of black women lined up to come on. All black women as guests the entire month. That's what's up.
That's what's up. Congratulations, dog. I'm glad you're doing so good, for real, man.
Yes, yes, sir.
I was looking for you during my fantasy football season. 18 weeks is a long time for you.
It is a long time,
brother, covering the sport that you were part of.
Next season for the Belt Kings fantasy football.
Gotta have Mike Patton.
I think we gotta have to shake it up a little bit.
Understood.
We're gonna have to shake it up a little bit.
Understood.
I mean, the more the merrier. But we need a little bit. We need a few more personalities. This was the most quiet and tamed fantasy football league I was ever a part of.
No, I've been in quiet ones because people are busy. You set the league up and let them go.
Okay.
I was doing more about trying to broadcast Sunday mornings. Now, we know people in church. I thought it was just going to be me. Of course, I sent the invite out to everybody. If they was busy, they was busy. But I just wanted to let them know the door was open.
Yes.
You was busy, not necessarily with church, but with family. The kids playing sports and everything. Ace was busy with his travels. I was home. Rich was home. Brian was busy trying to wake up from the night before. And I get it.
Shout out to Fireman Rich.
Big ups to Fireman Rich for helping us carry the season along with his weekly predictions and joining and learning fantasy football and keeping us up on what was going on outside of fantasy football with the games. So we had two aspects covered. Bobby Shadow, what's good? What's good?
Shout out to Bobby Shadow. What's going on, man?
Yeah, but it was fun. I had a good time. It went well. I had planned on just doing a broadcast myself. Just wanted everybody to be up there. And that one week when 5 of y'all showed up, that just made my season. So I thank everybody who was able to come through. You, Glick, Ace, Brian, Nancy, Rich. Even though Rich wasn't even in the league, we just chose to broadcast together during the season of football. We're probably going to carry it on and look at the XFL and the AFL games. Talk about that a little bit as we can. So we'll go there.
Well, I will tell you this much. I felt like I added the game day on site approach to your show. Being live at a youth football game for at least a quarter.
Showcase the future. One of them would have been on Bill Case Fantasy Football.
Yes, yes.
Off of them down the line.
Just being there on site, showing the crowd.
Yeah.
The music was going on a couple of occasions just to add that different element in there. Big shout out to you with holding down Bell Kings, not only the Fantasy Football League, but also the live stream. Yes. Excellent job.
Thank you.
Couple things I want to get into, and then we can get on out of here. I want to get your take on. A few minutes ago, it was reported that the Biden administration finally plans to send tanks to the Ukraine, and with an effort for Germany to unlock their tanks. So I think it's kind of a domino effect.
I did see that.
That happened a few minutes ago. I wanted to ask you, what's your take on these classified documents? So everyone who's been in office, VP, president, it seems like classified documents are showing up everywhere.
Right.
At multiple homes, all the above.
Right.
What's your take?
There are rumors that former president flushing people down the toilet. Honestly, I think they all got something that was probably declassified and then reclassified, and it's popping back up. I mean, we would be naive to think that they didn't have some papers or something somewhere. Not necessarily saying that they keep a secret from anybody, but they just may have some information that might have been declassified or reclassified. I don't know. I will seem naive to it, but I'm not putting nothing past anybody in power with what's going on and with how to protect themselves. I personally would not. So I'm not going to say that I'm surprised. Anybody who was in that high of a position in this country has to keep something, or they're keeping their eyes on something. And a lot of them know things previously before they take a higher position in office and know how to handle the situation if it comes their way. Seriously.
All right. I just wanted your quick take on that. I'm sure we will readdress this Thursday night. Man, you got a busy schedule. You live stream almost every night of the week.
4 or 5 days a week. I'm trying to do something, man. I try to keep the community alive by working with any and everybody. I actually did miss a stream earlier. I got the notification, but I was tied up.
Oh, okay.
I try to support everybody, at least come in and say what's up when they do live stream. It's busy trying to keep in touch with folks. It is.
But you do a heck of a job.
I appreciate it. I see you over there, Bobby. You wish I was lazy.
So I want to get into one of the topics is, of course, it's our favorite company, Amazon. The Amazon Smile charity program is ending in February. Amazon is shutting down its charity program called Amazon Smile. The program would donate a small percentage of sales to various charity organizations, including churches and schools. Shoppers would choose where they wanted to, send their donations or have them directed to, and it didn't cost them anything extra. So according to the Amazon Smile website, that's smile.amazon.com, the program donated over $400 million to charities since its inception, which was in 2013. But the company says it hasn't grown as expected, and the impact hasn't been as great as they wanted. They explain that over 1 million organizations have signed up, which stretches the donations too thin. Amazon says it will continue to support charitable giving in areas including disaster relief, future engineers, housing equity, and more.
Housing equity?
Meanwhile, individual charities are encouraged to set up wish lists for support instead of the SMILE program.
I think the wish list is an excellent idea.
Tone, do you call bullshit on this?
You can, but I'll give them the wish list.
Okay.
If there's a charity organization, they have a wish list on Amazon. Amazon sponsors their wish list. $400 million over, 20 years since they've been around, or 18? You said 2004 or
2013.
2013. Amazon 2013.
What? Amazon Smile 2013.
Amazon Smile 2013. $400 million ever since then.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I'll be crazy. I think they're running out of tax write-offs. Exactly, Bobby. Tax evasion programs. I mean, you can only give so much to charity, and we learned that in a lot of ways. I'm not sure.
So, I'm going to go in a totally different direction.
Sure.
Amazon is out to make money.
They made money without being paid.
Period. Okay. Yeah. Period.
Yeah.
So take it however you want to. Yes, I do have an Amazon Prime account. Blah 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 blah. However, number one, they're out to make money. Mm-hmm. So what does this mean? Okay. So the advent of the Amazon Smile program is, so what most of these companies do, they pay ad dollars, they pay Google AdWords, they pay AdSense, so that traffic is directed a certain place.
In their direction, Amazon's direction, yes.
Right. So Amazon was prompting individuals to go through smiles.amazon.com, and then you can tunnel into the Amazon site, because Amazon, like everyone else, pays Google. So instead of paying Google for their AdWords, AdSense, and everything else like that, they would pay a portion of that, which would go to specific charities and the like.
Mm-hmm.
So we're at the point of, why is this stuff stopping now? Could it be because of a downturn? Could it be because they just laid off 15, 17,000 people? Because whenever you got to look at it, 2000, 2008, 2022, whenever the belt gets tightened up, and just roll with me on this,
mm-hmm.
What are the things that these companies, these corporations that make billions of dollars each and every quarter, the forecast versus the actual, what is the first thing, if there's any slight downturn, the first thing that's hit is labor.
Yes.
Hence what we're seeing. The second is ad revenue dollars.
Okay.
So I just think this is a part of them tightening their belt. Andy Jassy, the sitting CEO, tightening their belt. They've paid how many billions of dollars for Thursday Night Football? I don't know.
I don't know. I do remember they had $11 billion tax free.
So I just think of it as, it's a spit in the bucket. It doesn't really affect them. But now all of a sudden it does. Mm-hmm. So I think that's where I call BS.
Gotcha. I don't know the whole story. We got to remember he got divorced. They had to split up everything. There's going to be big changes in the company. And
dude, he's worth $150 billion.
I know.
I heard a story that, of course, everyone knows he's going to buy the Commanders.
Yes. Mike put that in the chat.
Yes. Okay. Great job, Mike. He's going to buy the Commanders, right? I don't think he doesn't sneeze at buying the Commanders for $7 billion. That doesn't bother him.
How much are they worth is a question.
Who, the Commanders?
Commanders. What's the purchase price?
I think right now Dan Snyder is around $6.4 billion.
For the Commanders?
for the Commanders.
That's half of what they got back on taxes that 1 year.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's
Well,
the
that's half of what they grossed without paying taxes. So
yeah. So there's that piece of it. What else?
Gonna
I
pay
wanted to
10
go.
billion? Are you serious, Mike?
Yeah. Yes. He's gonna pay about at least 10 billion. Because it comes down to it's a toy for him. You got to think about it.
And he's gonna profit off of it.
How many NFL owners in the world? 32?
32, but the Cowboys I didn't think were worth 10 billion. How much are the Cowboys worth, Mike? They weren't worth that much.
But the rates on everything has escalated. You never
Hey,
know,
listen.
because if Jerry Jones said, "Hey, I want to sell the Cowboys," I bet you would go through the roof. I think the
The
Yankees
price
would
will
go
go
through the roof.
Yeah, he's marketing now.
So
It's gonna be
I don't know. That's just my take on it.
Now I will admit that is a strong fan base up there. That's a very strong fan base.
Oh yeah.
He'll make his money.
Oh
He'll
yeah.
make his money. Cowboys press he's going to be. Yeah, but I didn't think there was a 10 billion. None of them.
Yep. Every second. Every
Jeez.
second. I heard the one thing. Heard Daniel Snyder's a little butthurt, and he's telling Bezos or Bezos's attorneys that he needs to sell the Washington Post prior to buying the Commanders, because I guess journalists from the Washington Post have been killing Dan Snyder since early
Journalists have been
2000s.
on his case, and journalists are also suffering in their career field. They're catching it.
Right.
Journalists are less the purchase of a team add 3 to 4 billion. Wow.
Yep.
I hear you, Bobby. There's a conflict of interest. There's.
Oh, totally. Bobby, we're with you. We're totally with you on that. I'm like, wait a minute. How are you the executive chairman and you own Thursday Night Football, and then you're going to own one of the 32 properties? Right now, on Thursday night, he owns 32 of the 32 properties.
And Jerry Jones is pretty much running the NFL right up under the commissioner, too.
Yeah.
So them and the Commanders pretty much in power. It's going to drive Yeah. I'm seeing the cycle there. Okay.
It does.
Talks. Yeah. BS walks. Yeah.
Last thing I want to talk to you about. Have it on the screen. Okay. So layoffs are going everywhere. Layoffs are happening everywhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're starting to notice Microsoft and Amazon and
Google,
Alphabet, Google and Meta and Facebook and everything else like that. Here's what's crazy that I just want to share with you. Let me pull this down. Okay, this is tech layoffs. So if you go to layoffs.fyi, for the year 2022, there were 1,039 tech companies that participated in layoffs, which this number right here is, let's take it north, and we say there were 160,000 employees were laid off in all of 2022. Okay. As of this broadcast, we're almost at the 25th of January. 185 tech companies have laid off, with 57,000. And we're 3 weeks into 2023.
What's going on?
What do you mean what's going on?
No, honest question. Only because I'm not in the field.
These, listen. You want to save some dollars?
Sure.
You go after the tech. You go after the tech industry. It's white collar jobs. That's where you see your cost savings.
So they sit in the office not doing enough.
Well, people, and big shout out to those folks at layoffs.fyi that are keeping track of all the various,
yeah, Bobby, I agree.
employers.
I'm wondering if a lot of these people were teleworkers that wouldn't come back to work.
Well, I think there's some of that.
Bring that chart back up for a second. Let me see something real quick.
All right, hold on. Okay.
Welcome. I'm starting founder for track of tech layoffs since COVID-19. Let me know if you see anything missing.
Mm-hmm.
How many of them are teleworkers that wouldn't go back to work?
I mean, there's that aspect, but you got to think about it. Microsoft 10,000, Google 11,000, Amazon 17,000, Facebook.
And this is around the globe. This is just the U.S. That's around the globe.
So, and this is, dude, we're almost in the 25th day of 2023.
Yeah, it's not looking good. This year is not looking good for a lot of things. Between that and the mass shootings, those numbers are too high for both. And like Bobby said, we're going to have a lot of homeless this year. I hate to say it. People got to, I don't know. It's one of the reasons why I won't leave my job. And I'm an aircraft mechanic for those that don't know. I've had a lot of offers. I've had at least 9 offers for an office job over the past 5 years, and I turned them down on purpose. Because when things hit the fan, they'll get rid of the office folks, but not the labor folks. A lot of people don't want to go back to the labor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of people got office jobs, and they're not doing nothing.
Well,
going to a meeting to make another meeting, or trying to help somebody figure out what they know in the first place and getting paid top dollar for it is in trouble.
Tell that white collar worker to go get a blue collar job and watch them flip out.
Yeah, they won't. They'll change that white collar job for a white collar with a vest at Walmart.
What white collar job in Walmart?
The greeters with a vest on, they got white shirts. Some of them do. You know what I'm saying? They're going to wear their professional clothes under that vest. You get to wear what you want, but you're trying to look a little bit upkept.
Right.
Bobby said 2023 didn't shut down. No, we said that about 2020. That was knocking everybody out the park. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm wondering what all the demographics and specifics are, honestly, but I know they need tech people, definitely for troubleshooting, customer service.
Well, remember what we were talking about the other night: 7 jobs that Americans no longer want to work.
Yeah.
You know?
And you don't want to be customer service on the phone because the customer's always right. And you don't feel like hearing half of their mouths. I understand that. And a lot of things are going automated. I think that's another aspect.
Yeah.
A lot of things are going automated. It's scary right now. It's scary. And I'd have to look more into why they're doing it. With Twitter, I know he was letting people go if they weren't coming back to work. That was why I asked the question, how much was going on and what were the stipulations of it. Some people won't go back to work. Health-wise, they can't. Parenting, enjoying being home, working from home, and being there for the kids and saving a whole lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of aspects. And it said specifically on the article, since COVID-19.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Because to a specific degree, I will say, when that happened and that thrust happened, everyone, they tried to hope, these companies tried to hold on their employees.
Yes.
And then some of them, overhired. Is that even right to say overhired?
I don't know if they overhired. Bobby, you crazy. Bobby's off the chain, man. Bobby's off the chain.
Bobby, good luck. So I think I used the term. I think I used the term right size. Like it's like an accordion.
Yeah. Also,
know?
we got to look at them paying people less money for more work. New hires, get rid of the old folks, bring in some of the new kids.
I mean, you know what's so crazy
What's that?
with this? Okay, we would usually say, oh, people are getting let go in the States for the work to go offshore. You know how many people who have H-1Bs that have been laid off that only have 60 days to remain in the state to find a job with a company
We
that
talked
will
about that.
sponsor them. If not, they got to go.
Yeah, I heard about that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they're taking whatever job they can get their hands on.
Anything. So, I guess all in all, we are appreciative of our employment.
Yes.
Because it's pretty darn bad out there, dude. And this is just starting.
Yeah.
This is just starting. Hey, who do you? I'm gonna just ask you really quickly.
Yes.
Who do you have for this weekend, AFC, NFC? Without an in-depth explanation, just give me the teams, and we'll talk more on Thursday.
The Eagles are my primary pick for the NFC.
Okay.
From preseason, but the San Francisco 49ers did not have Christian McCaffrey at the time. I do not know about the NFC. AFC wise, we got the Bengals and the Chiefs. I don't like Patrick Mahomes' injury.
Okay.
We got to see. I know he will play. I know he can play hurt. We've seen him play hurt before. I don't want the man crippled. I don't recommend it, but I need him to be therapied and splinted before he gets on that field.
Right now, the Bengals are a 2.5 point favorite.
Over the Chiefs?
Over the Chiefs. And I think this is the second day Patrick Mahomes has not practiced.
Okay, let's start this now. Bengals are 2.5 point favorite without Patrick Mahomes. The Bengals can also stop the run that they did in the Super Bowl against the Rams. I still say the Chiefs. Now, what about the NFC point spread?
NFC point spread. Hang on one sec.
Bobby, Mike, y'all got the NFC point spread real quick.
Odds and lines point spread is Philly plus. Yeah, Philly by 2.5.
And where's the game at?
The game is in. The game is in Philly.
Okay, home field advantage. Philly's a very tough team, but the 49ers are built for the Super Bowl. We got a problem. We got a serious problem on that game.
So what are you thinking? If you just right now, without hearing any of the blowhards or anything else like that, who do you see in the Super Bowl?
My original pick was the Eagles and the Bills. I'd have to go Eagles, Bengals right now. But San Francisco has no problems right now.
No, they don't. They're running on all cylinders.
The Eagles had an issue with Jalen Hurts at QB. It's looking like San Francisco, Cincinnati for the Super Bowl right now.
Okay.
And that's a money grab. No, they ain't, Bobby. Sorry. San Francisco's not weak. No, sir. That whole team is pretty much the team that went to the Super Bowl a few years ago without McCaffrey. When they picked him up, they are built for the Super Bowl. They are truly built for the Super Bowl. And they got many weapons.
He said, let's bet. Hey, before you guys bet, Tone, give me your Linktree address.
Linktree at TonyD.original.
Got it. And I am the real Ted Hicks, and we will see you on Thursday.
Gotcha. I ain't betting Bobby. Bobby off the chain with his. I'm not doing it.